You modified an animal's very genome, implanted that genome into an egg, which you then incubated, and you hatched, and then you released that animal into the world. In one sense, it's miraculous. In another, deeply unsettling.
Ah, the Caiuajara! Or, as I like to market it, the Sky Shark, huh? Sure, I'm mainly saying that because of the impressive fin-like crest. And no, it doesn't have the, uber-predator habits of an actual shark, but look, just no one say false advertising and we'll be fine.
A young flying reptile leaves the nest for the first time, and our skies get just that little bit more chaotic.
As dangerous in the air as it is on land, the Dimorphodon isn't too fussy about what's in its diet, either. If that isn't incentive enough to treat this flying reptile with respect, I don't know what is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Dimorphodon to the park.
The Geosternbergia is an ancient pterosaur with an impressive cranial crest. Thanks to its size and surprising dexterity in the air, it's capable of causing some real damage if not carefully managed.
The strongest, most dominant animal in a pack tends to take the role of alpha, of leader. It seems that hierarchy of the strong is taking place here too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Geosternbergia to the park.
Strictly speaking, the Pteranodon isn't actually a dinosaur, but a prehistoric reptile. A flying reptile at that. Imagine the spectacle of these animals soaring through the skies. Well, I guess we don't need to imagine it since we've added them to our collection.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Pteranodon to the park.
The largest flying animal we humans have ever discovered. The Quetzalcoatlus. Named after the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl, of course. Simply magnificent. These massive winged reptiles once dominated the skies. Now, we can see them doing the same again.
Gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Quetzalcoatlus to the park.
Ooh, the Tapejara! It's fun to say. It's even more fun to look at. The aerial color, that impressive sail behind its head. Yeah, this'll make even the most stone-hearted guest open up their wallet.
and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Tapejara to the park.
Thanatosdrakon. Now this is one impressive flying reptile. Its name means dragon of death. And I bet that's exactly what it must feel like with this thing soaring directly over you. I can't wait for our guests to see this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Thanatosdrakon to the park.
Quite the impressive pterosaur. The Tropeognathus is most distinguished by its keel-tipped snout, which is easy to spot even from a distance. I'm sure our guests will love learning about and observing it. The strongest, most dominant animal in a pack tends to take the role of alpha, of leader. It seems that hierarchy of the strong is taking place here too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Tropeognathus to the park.
you.